My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Freakier Friday. And this is a sequel to Freaky Friday, a movie that I love. Okay, hear me out, no exaggeration, but Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan should have won Oscars for their performances in Freaky Friday. Like, they really are that good. And the movie is smartly written, it's heartfelt, it's hilarious, and Take Me Away is such a good song. So I have lots of passion for that original movie, but I was still skeptical going into this one because it's a Disney movie in 2025. And Yep, it's a Disney movie in 2025, alright. I really do not like this movie, so let's begin by talking about the cast. And between Mean Girls and Freaky Friday and Hobie Fully Loaded, I was a big fan of Lindsay Lohan, but she disappeared for quite some time, and I know she's been in a couple Netflix movies, but this is really her grand return to the big screen. And I was underwhelmed by her performance here. Like, she's not bad, but she's given weak material, and unfortunately she can't elevate it. We then got Jamie Lee Curtis, who was rather weak as well. Her comedic timing just felt completely off. And Julia Butters, who was the little girl in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, does bad here. Like, she's one of the main characters, but she still feels like a forgettable side character. She doesn't have anything to do. Sophia Hammonds, once again, just kinda there. Doesn't really have much to do. Manny Jacinto, I thought was so bland. And I've got serious issues with his character that I'll talk about later. And Mark Harmon is whatever. He's in the movie for just a couple scenes. Maitreyi Ramakrishnan plays this pop star, and she really annoyed me. But then we've got Chad Michael Murray, and I will talk more about his character later. But his performance was perfectly fine. I wish he had more to do, but the cast doesn't deliver, and I don't know how much of that is on the individual actors and how much of it is on the script and direction, because I just feel like nobody has anything to work with. Like, this is a body swap movie, so the characters have to have distinct personalities. It's better actually if the characters fall into overplayed cliches, and I just felt like every character felt generic. Every character felt stale, and therefore, even when they swap the bodies, it's just it just didn't actually feel like the characters swapped. And yeah, like that's the whole premise of the movie, and it doesn't work here because the script is just completely lacking in any personality. And it is one of those cases where it's the same movie as the original, but an infinitely worse version of it. You know exactly what to expect, and I just feel like if you want to watch this kind of movie, you should just stick with the original. This movie has more characters and more plot, and it just becomes too much. Like, the beauty of that original movie is the simplicity. A mom and a daughter swap places. But here you've got a mom who's trying to connect with her daughter, and she's about to get married, and the daughter doesn't get along with her a stepsister, and they might be moving to someplace, and then the grandma is trying to get involved, and they swap places. It's a mess. It's a mess. You should have just switched the daughter and the mum and have Jamie Lee Curtis maybe try to help them out. You don't always have to go bigger for the sequel, and this movie definitely suffers as a result. And I really don't like some of the dialogue in this movie where it's like, oh, gotta respect your safe space, and oh, gotta do this. It felt very therapy talk throughout, and it just drove me nuts. Like, if you know me, you know I hate that shit, and I especially hate it in movies because people don't really talk like that, and it just makes it feel inauthentic, and it feels distracting. But it's time to talk about my biggest issue with this movie, and it's how they treated Chad Michael Murray's character, Jake. Now, Jake's character in the first movie is really funny because he is in love with Anna, but when Anna and Tess swap, he still loves Anna. She just happens to be in Tess's body. And that's a great joke, but there's also some genuine authenticity to it that really works. But this movie just has this running gag where he's so in love with Tess still. It's like, do you not understand the original fucking movie? Do you not understand the character? Like, what the fuck are you thinking right now? Like, I was truly baffled by that. And it just made me think, why couldn't Anna and Jake still be together? Like, I hate when there's a movie, a couple gets together, we get a legacy sequel, and they're broken up. Why? I don't know. This keeps happening in movies. Han Solo and Princess Leia broke up. There's a bunch of others. Gail and Dewey broke up yet again. You know, it just keeps happening, and just stop it. I would have been like okay with this movie if Anna is like a rock star and she's trying to balance that with being a mother, and she's married to Jake, and her daughter switch places, and Tess is trying to help them out. That's a good continuation. But what we got here just feels like a bunch of rewritten nonsense, and I really didn't care for any of it. They really tried to make this new fiance to be the greatest guy ever, and I don't buy it. If you're going to be a legacy sequel, then be a sequel. Follow up on that original movie properly. And yeah, I'm just tired of this trend. I also thought the soundtrack was pretty bad here. There's one song at the end, which I feel like it's actually like a big part of the relationships here. And the song sucks, so the moment has no impact. And then they try to bring back Take Me Away, and it's like, okay, look, I love that in the original movie, but this is just bad fan service. I also thought the movie looked really ugly. Like, this looks like a streaming movie, and there's not a bit of creativity or artistry on display. And I know it's a comedy, but come on. We deserve to have more effort put into how our movies look than this. So, yeah, I will say there's maybe a couple decent jokes about aging, but not nearly enough, and the movie as a whole really isn't funny, and I found myself miserable watching it. Like, the movie's not funny enough, I really didn't care for the characters, it's messy, it's bland, it butchers how it builds off the first. You know what, fuck this movie, I'm giving Freakier Friday a 1 out of 10. So, Snow White, Lilo and Stitch, Elio, Fantastic Four, Captain America 4. Now this Disney's, they're not what they used to be, to put it politely. But, at least Thunderbolts was good. But Freakier Friday, have you seen it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin, out.